Good morning. My name is Stuart Lewis and I work for Scientrific. Today's topic, we are going to be looking at collecting heat and light data in relation to solar homes. This is going to be an extrapolation of the solar homes experiment that can be found on Scientrific's website in the Key Experiments folder. In this experiment, we have two solar homes made of cardboard. These two solar homes have Vernier heat probes and light probes inside of them. We'll be collecting that data using graphical analysis. The first data run we're going to do is just to check that both houses are the same as we can make them. So I'll switch on the lights will heat up both houses, and then we'll have a look at the data. Okay, so you can see the lights are on. We have our houses heating up. And now if we look at the data graph, we can see the light is fairly even in both. And we can see the curve of temperature, which is rising at the same rate. Now in this data run, what we're going to do is we are going to run the experiment exactly the same, except this time, as you can see, we're going to cover up one of the windows slightly. So we'll switch on the lights again and we'll see about these results. Okay, now that we have the lights on, we'll keep an eye on the data and have a look at how it's going to be affected. The loss of light and its results on the heat. Now that we've completed that one, we will do one final data run. In this last data run, we're going to be turning one of the houses about 30 degrees off center. So I'll have a look at the results and we'll see how they're affected by this. So now that we have the lights on, let's watch the results. The loss of light and its results on the heat. Now, there is a question. What happens if you don't have a data logger? We have been using the Vernier equipment, and it is specifically designed for collecting this kind of information. But in this time of COVID-19, where an experiment like this may have to be done without proper data logging equipment, where can you turn? The answer is to use a mobile phone. There are a couple of apps, and today we're going to be using Science Journal by Google to collect the light data. To collect the heat data, we're going to be using thermometers. These ones I found just in the medicine cabinet. So we'll set up the experiment with these in it, and then at that point, we'll do a data run. So now let's have a look at our setup. Here in here, I have the thermometers. They're poking through holes into the boxes themselves. I've done that so I have access to the buttons so I can turn them on and off. Inside, I have a mobile phone in each one. Now this could be done separately, but we're going to do this at the same time. Both of those are collecting lux data. Finally, we have our lights, which I'll turn on, so we have everything running about the same. Okay, so let's turn on the lights and have a look at our data. We're going to be collecting this about every 30 seconds. So there you have it. We have our data table. Our experiment is run to completion. The light meters are still inside of the boxes, so we'll retrieve them later so we can write down what the light levels were in each box. So that way we can determine how fast it was heating up due to that light level. Now this is one of those experiments that's very easy to scale up. Obviously, we're using model houses here. But I could use my real house. I could place a temperature probe and a light meter inside of a window in the front, inside the window in the back. So as the sun comes over, I can see how each part of the house starts to heat up as the light hits the windows. So in Australia, we've also managed to incorporate quite a few of these housing designs into the houses that we do build around the place. For example, the eaves on houses are generally designed to block out the summer light but allow in more winter light at the lower angle. This allows us to keep our houses warmer in winter and cooler in summer. The colour of the house can make a difference. The colour of these houses, the levels of insulation that both of them have. You could even include a heat sink in it. In one of these boxes, if I put a bottle of water and then heated them both up equally and then let the house cool, I could see the change of rate due to the fact that the water has absorbed a lot of the heat and now releasing it back slowly. That is a fun one to try. So thank you for listening to me. Stay safe and enjoy science. More information can be found on the Scientrific website, www.scientrific.com.au.